Hello everyone, and welcome back to Real Estate Answers Now. Today we're tackling a question that's on every home seller's mind. What are the closing costs associated with selling a property? Before we dive into the nitty-gritty details, let me give you a quick overview of what closing costs are. Simply put, these are the fees and expenses associated with the sale of a property, and they're typically paid during the closing process. Now let's break down the main components. 1. Real estate agent commission. The first major expense for sellers is the real estate agent commission. This is a crucial aspect of the home selling process, and it's essential to understand how it works. Typically, sellers are responsible for paying the commission for both their agent and the buyer's agent. The standard commission rate ranges from 5% to 6% of the home's sale price. Now you might be wondering, why is this necessary? Well, real estate agents play a pivotal role in marketing your property, finding potential buyers, negotiating the best deal, and guiding you through the complexities of the transaction. Here's the breakdown. If you sell your home for $300,000 with a 6% commission rate, you'd be looking at $18,000 in total commissions. This amount is usually split between the listing agent, the one representing you, and the buyer's agent. While it might seem like a significant chunk, keep in mind that these professionals bring invaluable expertise to the table, ultimately helping you secure the best possible deal for your property. So when budgeting for your closing costs, be sure to factor in the real estate agent commission as a primary consideration in the overall selling process. 2. Transfer taxes. Now let's delve into another critical component of closing costs: transfer taxes. These are fees imposed by state and local governments for the transfer of property ownership. The amount varies depending on your location, so it's crucial to check your local regulations to get a clear picture of what to expect. Transfer taxes are essentially a way for the government to generate revenue from real estate transactions. The rates can be fixed or proportional to the property's sale price. Some areas may have a buyer or seller preference for covering these costs, and in certain cases, they can be negotiated during the offer and acceptance phase. Understanding transfer taxes is vital because they can significantly impact your closing costs. For example, in a $400,000 home sale with a 1% transfer tax, you'd be looking at an additional $4,000. While this might seem like an additional burden, it's a crucial aspect of the home selling process that ensures a legal and official transfer of property rights. So when you're preparing to sell your home, be sure to factor in these transfer taxes into your overall budget to avoid any surprises during the closing process. 3. Title insurance and title search. As we navigate the complex world of closing costs, let's shine a light on title insurance and the title search, two essential components that safeguard both buyers and sellers. Firstly, the title search is a meticulous examination of public records to ensure there are no existing claims or liens against the property. It unveils the property's ownership history, easements, and any other encumbrances that could affect the transfer of ownership. This process helps to identify and resolve any potential issues before they become major obstacles during the closing. Now let's talk about title insurance. Once the title search is complete, title insurance is your policy against any unforeseen problems with the property's title. It protects you from financial loss due to defects in the title that might have been overlooked during the search. While the buyer typically purchases the lender's title insurance, the seller often covers the cost of the owner's title insurance. These costs might vary, but they are a crucial investment in ensuring a smooth and secure transfer of property. Remember, a clear title is the key to a stress-free closing, making title insurance and the title search fundamental aspects of the closing costs associated with selling your property. 4. Attorney fees. Moving on through the intricacies of closing costs, let's address the potential inclusion of attorney fees in your home selling journey. While not a mandatory expense in every transaction, hiring an attorney can provide an added layer of legal protection and guidance. Attorney fees can vary based on the complexity of your sale and your chosen legal representation. Some sellers prefer having an attorney to review contracts, negotiate terms, and ensure that the entire process adheres to legal requirements. Attorneys can be particularly beneficial when dealing with unique circumstances, such as complicated negotiations or addressing any legal concerns that may arise during the sale. However, it's important to note that in many cases, real estate transactions can proceed smoothly without the direct involvement of an attorney. Your decision to hire one may depend on your comfort level, the complexity of the sale, and local regulations. Before committing to attorney representation, It's advisable to discuss your specific needs with your real estate agent, ensuring that you make an informed decision tailored to your situation. While attorney fees may add to your overall closing costs, their expertise can be invaluable in navigating potential legal complexities, offering you peace of mind throughout the selling process. 5. Escrow and closing fees. As we approach the pinnacle of the home selling journey, let's delve into the crucial aspects of escrow and closing fees. These fees are instrumental in facilitating a secure and organized transfer of ownership, ensuring a seamless closing process. Firstly, let's talk about escrow. When you accept an offer from a buyer, the transaction enters the escrow phase. During this period, a neutral third party, known as the escrow agent, holds onto important documents and funds on behalf of both parties. This ensures that neither the buyer nor the seller is at a disadvantage, and all conditions of the sale are met before the final transfer of ownership. Now let's address closing fees. These encompass the charges associated with the services provided by the title company and the escrow agent. These services include the preparation of necessary documents, facilitating the transfer of funds, and ensuring that all legal requirements are met for a successful closing. While the specific costs may vary, escrow and closing fees are generally split between the buyer and seller. As outlined in the purchase agreement, it's essential to review the details of these fees with your real estate agent and the escrow company to have a clear understanding of what to expect during the closing process. By grasping the significance of escrow and closing fees, you empower yourself to navigate the final stages of the transaction with confidence, paving the way for a smooth and successful closing. Remember, these fees are essential investments in the secure and lawful transfer of property ownership. 6. Prorated property taxes and HOA fees. Wrapping up the final stages of understanding closing costs, let's shed light on prorated property taxes and homeowners association (HOA) fees. Two factors that can impact your financial obligations at closing. Prorated property taxes refer to the adjustment of property taxes based on the time of ownership during the year. When you sell your home, property taxes are typically paid for the time you owned the property. This means that if you've already paid property taxes for the year, you may receive a credit for the portion of time the buyer will own the property. Similarly, if your property is part of an HOA, there are fees associated with the shared amenities and services. These fees are often prorated at closing, ensuring both the buyer and the seller contribute their fair share, based on their respective ownership periods. Understanding prorated property taxes and HOA fees is crucial for accurate budgeting and closing cost estimates. Your real estate agent and closing agent will work together to calculate these adjustments, ensuring a fair distribution of costs between you and the buyer. By grasping the concept of proration, you ensure transparency in the financial aspects of the transaction. So, as you prepare for closing, be aware of these prorated costs to facilitate a smooth and equitable transfer of ownership. Bonus tip. Here's another game-changing bonus tip for savvy home sellers looking to navigate closing costs more effectively. When it comes to negotiations on who covers specific closing costs, don't be afraid to leverage your position. While certain costs are traditionally allocated to either the buyer or the seller, many aspects are negotiable. During the negotiation process, consider proposing a shared approach to closing costs. This means both you and the buyer contribute to certain expenses, fostering a more collaborative and mutually beneficial arrangement. For example, you might suggest splitting the costs of title insurance or inspection fees. This not only demonstrates your willingness to work together, but can also alleviate some financial burden, making the transaction more appealing to potential buyers. Remember, successful negotiations are built on open communication and finding common ground. By proactively proposing shared responsibility for certain closing costs, you not only showcase flexibility, but also enhance the likelihood of reaching a favorable agreement. So as you embark on your home selling journey, don't underestimate the power of negotiation in managing closing costs. It's a strategic move that can benefit both parties and contribute to a smoother, more cooperative closing process. Best of luck with your home sale. And there you have it, a comprehensive guide to the closing costs associated with selling a property. Remember, every real estate transaction is unique, so it's crucial to work closely with your real estate agent and stay informed. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more real estate insights, and share this video with anyone you know who's considering selling their home. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.